All right, so this is a State of WoodyCraft address. I used to do these things almost monthly or so, but it's been a little while and I've got so much to tell you that I brought notes. So hopefully I can get this right and hopefully it doesn't take too many takes. First thing first, State of WoodyCraft is strong. We are one of the largest Minecraft servers in the world, and that's a pretty exciting thing to have. I'm really proud of what WoodyCraft has become and the community and how many players we have, and I think we've had over 1.6 million guys play so far. I'll go on about that. Speedrun. So we updated Speedrun a few weeks ago. We added 3 new maps. What we do with Speedrun oftentimes is we kind of alternate maps that are for players who've purchased a rank and players who get to play for free. But this time, all 3 maps were available for free to anybody who wants to play them. So that's a cool thing. We just try to make sure that, I don't know, we're bringing some players, everyone gets value and enjoy it. If you're not sure what Speedrun is, it's basically our name for parkour. You know, it's parkour, but there's checkpoints and you go back, and there's some moving things in some of the maps, like I know Cave has that. And it's parkour with amazing builds and a really well done plugin, so it can scale up. We've done events with it and such. But yeah, so anyway, we reset all the stats for that. Now's a good time to try and get your head on the leaderboards if you're worthy. Next, survival games. So I've talked about this a couple times here and there. Our survival games, when we released, actually our second version, our first sucked. Our second version of survival games was the best in the world. It was intensely popular, and nobody did it like us. So that was really cool. But over time, other servers, you know, copied it, learned from it, and in some respects even surpassed it. So can't have that. And we released a new survival games just a few days ago, as I say this, maybe 5 days ago, something like that. Tens of thousands of players have played it already, and that's pretty exciting. People are flocking to it. It's doing really well. There's a bunch of things in our survival games you don't see elsewhere, like I don't know, you've seen kits elsewhere, but our kits are, you buy them with in-game money. You don't buy them with real life money, but you have to earn them. We have this concept of shards, and in-game they're rare, but you get shards, and if you're lucky enough to find a shard in game, after like 15 of them, you can buy a permanent upgrade for your player where he has 2 more hearts, and he'll heal up and he'll do his thing. You can buy the right to buy kits. So you don't get a new kit every game, but if you have enough in-game money, you can get a kit, and that'll give you a leg up in the next game. So I don't know, there's a lot of ways to really rank up your character. You can get strength with these shards. It's a dual currency thing, and it's cool. What we've added is a progression system, so that if you play this thing a lot, then your character, like an RPG almost, can get built up and play better. And it's pretty cool. But you don't get so powerful that, you know, a more skilled player can't hang with a less skilled player who has a ton of time. I've played it a bunch, and the feedback from our community who's been playing it a bunch has been super positive. It's just nice to get a win, to get one in the win column. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Our SG release has been fantastic. Bart, if you catch this, nicely done. So very cool. One announcement I have to make, kind of a sad thing. Ice is moving on. So a lot of you guys know Ice, or Optic Ice, he's sometimes called. He was our head admin for a while, and he helped us mostly get our hit detection improved, and he did a bunch of factions resets. But you know, the 0 error came in, and that was the first time, and then the ice error came, and that was marked mostly by improvements on a couple of servers. And the next error is going to be the team error. We're gonna take the money that we put towards ice and spread it out across a handful of developers, and I'm psyched about that. We're hiring guys for factions plugins now. We're gonna have new mini games. We're gonna, I guess, I'm excited about the where WoodyCraft is gonna go. You know, my fear is not usually that it's not good enough. Like my fear is that it goes stale, that you know, we don't update our games enough. Like that's the thing that I'm always worried about. I always want something fresh and new. I want a new, like as a streamer, I want something you haven't seen before. I want like hot and awesome, and like you should be excited, and WoodyCraft should be different next month than it was this month, and it should be different the month after that. And that's the era that we're moving to. So the future is bright on this thing. We're gonna you know, take this lemon and turn it into lemonade with productivity that you haven't seen at WoodyCraft before. So that's a very cool thing. Speaking of new things, prison. So our prison reset is super soon. I think it's less than 2 weeks away. God, Chiz will hate me for mentioning dates, but the prison reset. Again, looking to do the best prison server the world has ever seen. That's the objective. And so we have some little things that I think actually make a big difference, like shared cells. Right now, you can buy a cell. This is in-game money that you buy a cell with, and not real life money. Anyway, you can buy a cell, but going forward, there'll be shared cells. And like, in particular, like for me, Minecraft is more of a community experience. It's not like a solitary click away type thing. And I think that happens to a lot of people. Like they start just playing because they like Minecraft, but then, I'm gonna take my flippity flops off here. But then over time, they make friends on the server and they become part of the community and active on the forums. And it's nice to have shared cells because you're not out there playing, you know, just lonesome. Anyway, I think there's a guy here for me. I think that truck is here for me, but we'll see. The bigger thing is the free world. So to make a short story long, what happened here is in the first version of prison, we had a free world and there wasn't much to it. Just like everybody else's prison server, what you do is you grind your way through the mines and then you eventually buy your own freedom with the money you earned in game. And it's not real money, it's people get confused. Anyway, you grind your way and you make it to the free world. Once you get to the free world, there wasn't much to do, so people didn't spend any time there. So when we did the reset, we got rid of the free world. From an admin perspective, it was a lot of work for not much payoff. Well, the feedback we got from players was loud and clear. They wanted the free world. But the feedback we had for ourselves was, we can't do a free world that sucks. And the free world, we've got a lot of eggs in this basket. It's one of the reasons that we think our prison server will be the best the world has ever seen. Some of the things that include, it's not just a Minecraft gen world, it's a metro area, right? Think Detroit. That's what pops into my head when I hear about it. Think Detroit. I'm looking at my notes here. Gangs will rule the free world, right? So there'll be gangs that own territories, and these gangs will have lands, and they will fight each other. There'll be custom things that you can do to each other, like hack each other, custom tools, custom weapons, etc. And the free world is going to be almost like, I don't want to call it factions, but like I don't know, a competitive gang thing, how I imagine Detroit to be. And I've never actually been to Detroit, I don't think, but you know, it is Detroit's reputation realized into real life. So that's pretty cool. Our prison server has this concept of prestiging, right? Once you make your way to the free world, you can prestige, you get kind of a little bonus, but you lose all your stuff. Because we want to make sure that the free world is active and fun and people are there, the free world is not something you'll lose when you prestige. You can prestige and keep your access to the free world. So I stepped on a thorn or something. I did this so you wouldn't be bothered by my flip-flop sounds. Anyway, so that's just one of the things we're doing in our prison reset. But yeah, seriously, targeting making the best prison server the world's ever seen, right? That's our goal, and we don't want anything less than that. And that's only a couple weeks away. It's pretty much done and built and awesome. Oh yeah, speaking of builds, all new builds, nothing reused, 100%. So the last prison reset we did, we had some issues with hackers and duplicates and things like that. So we had to reset. We had an unplanned reset, really. And that meant that only like a quarter of the builds were new. You know, we did the best we could. This is not that. This is a planned reset, and that means that 100% of the builds are all new and all awesome. So, that should make you happy if like anybody else, you care about the environment and what the games you play look like. And the last thing is the factions reset. So, what we historically call factions ice is due for a reset, and we're getting rid of the fire and ice balance. Basically, it's just a little restrictive. Like, you know, if you use the same theme again and again and again, I feel like it's getting pretty difficult to top ourselves. So without giving the new theme away, we're getting away from, you know, the next fire ice reset won't be ice. It'll be something else. And the next factions ice. And the next factions fire reset won't be fire. It will be something else too. And yeah, we've got a lot of cool ideas. We're going to have several developers working on factions instead of just one. And I think we're going to be better than ever. So yeah, we're launching into the next phase of WoodyCraft, the next era, and it's there's a lot to be excited about, and I think that's really cool. In terms of factions, we had a brainstorming session internally and came up with some ideas there. Then we started reaching out to the community, and if I'm honest, I think that the community suggestions were even better than the internal suggestions that we had. So now we're staffing up and implementing them. So yeah, that's the state of WoodyCraft. Yeah, it's good times. So so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just wait till you see what's coming. I'm very excited about it. But the order is, I left a thing out, new hire, Sour. You guys probably know Sour Patch Adults. This is making noise. You guys probably know Sour Patch Adults. He's a friend of mine. We stream together a lot. You might not know how incredible he is. And he is going to be participating on the events team, actually as like a co-lead. So what will happen is, I think Brian is the lead now. He and Sour will alternate events, and you know, Brian will do an event and Sour will, and back and forth. The new idea, he gave me a write-up like I have never seen in any event that we've ever held before, having to do with pirate ships raiding each other, you know, whether it be via cannon or via PvP, and he has like all these potential pitfalls of things that could go wrong and how he's countering them. And I don't want to give too many details, but I'm very excited about the notion of Sour doing some events. What he's done in the past, on a personal note, I have wanted Sour on the WoodyCraft staff since the beginning, but because he's a friend of mine, I was worried that like hiring him would create like an awkward thing. But eventually it just became so clear that the WoodyCraft needs Sour, so that's what I did. And yeah, events, staffing, it's awesome stuff. I'm very excited about what's coming. So there's your state of WoodyCraft. I'm just jazzed. The future is bright. I hope you enjoyed the video.